Hello, everyone. It is Sunday, and I am Artemis, Alchemist, Astrologer, and Tarot reader. So I'm going to point out my altar again for Sunday. So sun, it's really a dedication to the sun. And I'm super excited today. I had a beautiful morning with my husband, and we opened up the shutters and there was an incredible rainbow. So rainbows are very auspicious. They tend to bring incredible good luck. And if there's a synchronicity moment like what happened to us this morning, it's just a celebration of our union. And now going to this altar again, it's a simple altar. I want to point out in the east, I have my incense, which is dedicated to the air element. And the incense is honey vanilla. And honey is a correspondence with the sun. It, of course, is related to the bees. And for those that you know who don't know this, the earliest recorded priest or priestesses on the planet were the bee priestesses. And in Greece in particular, the oracles were the bee priestesses, and they were the ones who prophesied and gave the divinations at Delphi in ancient Greece. So there's quite a big love in my heart for the bees, and so we have some honey incense in the east. Moving over to the south, we have the candle, which represents fire. And we have on the north side, we have the earth element with the crystal. And now we come to the west. And I want to point out, we have our alchemical water today that has the correspondence with gold. And it has gold flakes. You can make this yourself with a piece of gold jewelry or some gold flakes. And one of the little kind of techniques you can do when you're wanting some courage or you're feeling kind of low at the self-esteem and you have a big speaking engagement or you have to meet someone and you have to be on, is you can take this gold water, and I'm going to put it on my card, on the sun card, which is corresponding today with Sunday. So you can just take this gold water and you could put it on yourself, like I just did, or on a card, or some way bring in the sun energy through the gold water. And the water is for the west. And then we have the spagyric here, which is corresponding with rosemary. And I'm going to take a little bit of that to just kind of anchor in even more into the sun energy. And then I have a piece of jewelry. Again, sometimes I have crystals, but today I have the amber. And one of the things, the reasons I like to use jewelry is because I can fire it up today with the sun energy. And when I want that extra charge, I could wear that piece of jewelry that has been fired up on the Sundays for many, many Sundays now. And so I have that extra kind of self-esteem, self-confidence, that kind of like I'm in my power. So the sun really is all about, I mean, just look at the card, right? I mean, it's this kid riding this horse and everything's kind of with the sunflowers in the background. And it's like you've arrived. It's shiny. It's a bright, sunny day. And you're in your full joy and you have arrived. So we're going to do what we normally do, and that's to take these cards and separate them into 4 piles so that you can choose the element that resonates with you the most today. And I'm going to set up the card here for Sunday. I love this card. It just makes me feel super, super happy. And we're going to put the 4 piles, and you're going to choose what resonates with you the most today. And in this way, the reading can provide guidance, insights, maybe an aha moment. And we're going to start with the fire element here. Then we're going to put the water element. Let's put those two kind of in contrast to each other. And let's see, let's put the air and then the earth. So take a moment and see which pile you connect to. I just want to give a quick brief about these tarot cards, because the tarot, each card is a representation of a situation in our lives. Can invoke an emotion, a mental, spiritual idea, and we've all been through every single one of these cards, even sometimes within a day. So when I do a reading, I really see this as an opportunity for us to touch on an aspect of our lives that we can bring into consciousness. So that's really my aim here with this tarot reading on Sunday to celebrate the sun. So go ahead and pick which element, whether it's the fire with the red triangle, the crescent moon for water, or the blue circle for air, or lastly, the yellow square for earth. So we're going to start for those who chose the fire element, which is related to the sun and the Sunday reading that we are doing. And let me I have this feeling I need to shuffle this a little bit more to see what the sun day reveals for those that are in alignment or curious about the sun fire energy. Okay, so what we have here is, I'm going to turn it over. We have the Knight of Wands. So wands are fire element, and they carry that passion. And the Knight of Wands is like just the all charge in. Let's just bring the passion into the scene, and let's just go, 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 go. So this is for those of you who were connecting to the fire energy. It's like, okay, we're on the run here. It was upside down, which, I mean, if you've been listening to my readings, you know that there's a hesitancy or like, ooh, maybe I'm feeling exhausted, but, you know, I just got that fire under me and I'm just galloping. And the next card is the moon. So you don't have the whole story here, okay? So the moon represents that there is something that is hidden, that is unconscious, that's below the surface, that needs to be revealed and come to your awareness. So just to be aware that kind of Knight of Wands can just charge a little bit too fast sometimes and not know exactly where you might be going. And so just be conscious that there is something that's hidden, that's you're not aware of, and hopefully it will reveal itself and make some sense. Now we've got the Nine of Wands, again, another fire. It's upside down. And so there's some resistance around this. It's interesting that the first one with this charging energy had a little bit of a speed bump, and we have that same kind of feeling here with the Nine of Wands. Again, fire, fire, fire. We're in the Sunday, which is all about that kind of passionate, fiery energy, and then you chose the fire element. And what this is saying is, look, I have done my battles. I know my stuff. I just try me, like I'm just not taking any more of this stuff. I've completed what I needed to do, and I am, on the top of the world, and just don't mess with me, kind of feeling. So people generally won't, because they just take a look at that stance and they're like, yeah, dude, you've arrived and you've done your battles, and yeah. Okay, cool. So own it. It was upside down. So that just means, okay. Now we've got this 16, the Tower, which means, okay, 180. we're going to just kind of have to let go. So my understanding of this reading is that whatever is hidden is going to basically topple everything, and you're going to see whatever is happening to you today on this beautiful Sunday is like, okay, it's not what I think, it's not what I know. I need to regroup. There is definitely like the tower is like, okay, start over. Let's just reevaluate everything all over again. So let's just kind of recap here for those of you who were attracted to the fire element on a Sunday and you're listening to this. We have this kind of charging ahead with full vigor and passion, and yet we don't really know the whole story yet, and we recognize that we have done our battles, we are fully in charge, and people aren't messing with us, but there is this complete 180, bring everything back to the beginning and let's start over and see what this has to, what's next. I'm going to pull another card just to take a look at where this is going to go for those of you who are resonating with this. And we've got the Ace of Swords. So this is interesting. This is a beginning card. This is basically a mental, so we haven't seen any of this kind of mental, intellectual cutting to the kind of origins of what is required and needed in this moment. And I think that's going to be revealed today on Sunday with this fiery, passionate energy. And I hope this was helpful, and bless you on this fiery Sunday. For those of you who chose the Silver Crescent, the water element, and I'm going to take a look at what the cards reveal for you. Oh, wow. On this Sunday. Okay, so we've got the World, and I'm feeling the World today. I don't know why. This Sunday's just feeling super yummy for me. So the World is, you've arrived, you can totally celebrate the material world, to realize that this is you just got it on this Sunday. And we've got the kind of fire sun energy, and you've got this moon, and so it's really kind of like, okay, you've completed what needs to happen, and it's just like, let's celebrate. And it brings in that kind of just awe and emotional excitement. And it, Sunday is for leadership, for being in your power, for people to see your shiny self and to recognize you. So if you chose to find me, or you found me on a Sunday and you chose the Silver Crescent Moon water element, this is just like hurrah. And we go to the Eight of Pentacles. There has been some time, and today maybe you're going to just kind of get to that detailed work. And it's a beautiful day outside. If you can see in the card, the window just shows a beautiful day, but the boy is just kind of in his focus and attention on his work. And so you may find today on Sunday, there's something calling you that you'd prefer to work on than just kind of go have fun outside. So if there is something like that in your life, you're going to channel some really beautiful sun energy, and it's going to emotionally make you feel satisfied. And then we go to the 10 of Wands, and the Wands are that fiery energy. At the same time, it's, don't overdo it today. It is Sunday. It's a day of rest. And for those of you who chose the water element, it's supposed to be a celebratory day. And so don't overburden yourself with that work that calls you to stay and pay attention, and just do enough that makes you feel like you got something done, but don't overburden yourself, which I think is what the 10 of Wands is just clearly giving some warning about. Okay, and then we've got the Chariot. I'm going to turn it around. So maybe this is if you have overworked yourself today and you didn't really follow this advice, then maybe there's some resistance to the Chariot, which is what I see when the cards are upside down. But the Chariot is full steam ahead. I mean, so whatever it is that you are on track in your life right now that feels, really okay, I got this, and it's now Sunday, recognize that it's just full speed ahead, and you can trust that this is your journey, and you found it, and you have arrived, and you are shining in that, whatever that could be. It could be work, it could be relationship, it could be your passion, it could be anything that is calling your attention and feels super divine and mission driven, and you will be heading in that direction with all force of the sun that brings success and recognition and lots of self-confidence and energy to this. Many blessings to those who found me on a Sunday and chose the crescent moon water element. Okay, we are at the air element. So for those of you who found me on a Sunday and was attracted to the air element, which is, these are tattva symbols, by the way, in case you didn't recognize the shapes and colors. So this is the air symbol in the Vedic tradition. Okay, so I'm going to pull the cards and see what we have for those of you who are here on a Sunday and are looking for some guidance or insights. Okay, so we've got the Four of Swords again. For those of you who are new to how I read the cards when they're upside down, there's resistance to this card, which is the Four of Swords, and it just is saying, okay, rest. It's Sunday, it's a rest day. You are called to rest. You must rest. Okay? Now, the next card, again, upside down. So there is, maybe there isn't awareness of this real attention to detail in your work, okay? And maybe that's why you need to rest. It's been a lot of, very focused work, and it's exhausted you, okay? So you need that rest. And we're going to, this looks like, again, it's in your life, but you're not wanting to look at it, or you don't see it yet, or there's something working against you, okay? So just be aware. It could be a person, could be a situation, but there is an element in your life that is not in support of you. And remember, Sunday is about your shine, your power, your recognition in the world, and somebody or some situation is distracting and working against that. And so it needs some attention, it needs some rest, so that you have all your power that the sun can bring you. And again, I'm going to turn this back around, because I think the cards do read as they read, but when they're upside down, there's just this kind of veil that comes up in our lives where we just don't see it or take it fully in. And again, the Hangman, if I can't say it enough in this reading, rest. And also now you need, my recommendation is to take quiet time and to really sit with what is happening in your life. And Sunday is good because it's shiny, it brings light, and so you can see things with clarity. You're in your full power, so you are not easily taken advantage of. And the Hangman is asking you to stop, use your intuition, use the other realms to recognize what is going on and what is happening to you, because you are meant to shine in the world, to be in your full power, and there is too much work, I would suggest, it's just going too hard, and there is something working against you. So you need to bring all of this to the light on Sunday by resting and taking some inward time, maybe journaling, maybe talking to a really good friend who allow you to be in your space to explore what is going on, so that you can be in your full power, which is what the sun is calling, what is bringing you that energy today on this Sunday. Now, you do have an attraction to the air element, and as you can see, there are 2 swords cards here which are connected to the air element. They are a little bit offline, so you're attracted to the air element, but it's asking you to rest your mind, and they're on some intellectual, mental level, somebody is taking advantage of you. So you can use this air element, this clarity that air can bring. It has that capacity of the mental mind to understand exactly what's going on. In order to do that, I'm just going to summarize one more time. You need to rest. This attention to detail, maybe give it a little bit of a, recognize that you have that tendency, but give it a slight pause. Find out what situation or person is distracting you or working against you, and use that space and time to yourself, ideally, to go to other realms and bring forth this information that you need to really shine and be fully in your glory. And I think this Sunday is a good day to open that door and be the best version of yourself. Okay, we're on the last pile, which is the earth element, the yellow square. So for those of you who chose the earth element on this Sunday full of sun and shiny and brightness. Whoa, what am I doing here? That's interesting. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what kind of guidance we can see here with the earth element. Whoa, okay. Hey. All right, so it's interesting that just prior to this, we were in the air element and we had the same card appear. And it was also upside down. I think that's, I don't even know what the odds of that could be. Okay, so here we go. We've got, I'm going to turn it around, and there's some resistance, but like I told the people who were attracted to the air element, you must rest. This is calling you on Sunday that you need to get some serious rest. It's on the mental level, it's the swords, so the mind needs to take a break. It's upside down, so there might be some resistance to this on this beautiful Sunday, but hopefully you have the opportunity to rest today. And we've got the High Priestess. She's my oracle card. She is the one who has the intuitive insights and aha moments. And so it looks like you're going to need this resource. So by resting, you will be able to bring in your higher intuitive self. And with the devil here upside down, you're going to need that extra energy that comes from the rest and this intuitive opportunity that the High Priestess brings. Of course, we're in the earth element here on Sunday, which is all about the fire element, and we've got the devil here. Okay, so the devil is this bondage to the earth situations, okay? So there's something that's holding you back. And in this card, you can see there's a little window there, so there's a way to escape. At the same time, it's going to require, from this reading, it's saying take that break that you so need. Use your intuitive high priestess oracle self to find that escape out of this bondage that is keeping you stuck in life. It was upside down, so there is some resistance, maybe not some clarity about what exactly is holding you back. And then I'm going to turn this one around. So it's the Five of Wands. This is a fiery, okay, I need to get back into the boxing ring, let's say. For those of you who are attracted to the earth element, it means you need to jump back onto the saddle of the horse and get yourself into the ring. I've got a mix of metaphors here, and battle out your, what you need to fight for. It doesn't have to be violent, doesn't have to be necessarily aggressive or mean or any of that, but it needs to have that passion. You need to stand up for yourself and go back into whatever situation is holding you back, and fight for what you deserve. This is what the sun energy on a Sunday brings, is the confidence, the leadership to know, okay, this is what I need in my life. These are my boundaries, and I am going to stand up for myself with others and just really be who I need to be and do what I need to do with all of my confidence, all of my brilliance, and all of my courageous self. So just quickly in summary, for those of you who are attracted to the earth element, on this sunny, energy, bright, shiny day, it could be raining where you are, but the quality of the energy is bright and sunny and full of power, and you need to rest. You need to tap into the oracle self that has the intuition on how to get yourself out of this stuck situation. And it looks like the way out is to battle in a positive, conscious way for yourself, for your needs, who you are, and what you are all about in this world. And I hope this was helpful. I hope that you are finding yourself on a beautiful Sunday, and many, many blessings from Artemis.